Hi everybody, it's Leanne Graff from Minot, North Dakota, and it's Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time. I host a free class showing you fun folds, techniques, and Stampin' Up! Products and specials. And yeah, I have some cute cards today featuring brand new product from the newest online exclusive release. So I'll let you get logged in here and I will make sure I'm seeing comments. So let me know you're watching and where you're from. Okay, good morning, Barb. First one on today. Barb is one of my team members. I have, we grew by, over 30 people in our team. And hey, Barb, the other Barb in our team. And happy birthday. Was it yesterday, I think, Barb? I hope you had a wonderful day. Barb Keller had a birthday this week. So yeah, let a few people get on. I have few my kits to go ready to share, new product, inventory status report, and of course the specials that are happening this month as well. So yeah, a few things to share as usual. Good morning, Janet. Hello from Canada. Is that right, Janet? I see a little icon by your name. Morning, Julie. Okay, let's get going. I do want to mention, we'll get started. My blog is flowerbug.net, and it used to be a TypePad blog, and now I host it with WordPress. And so if you have a saved link, even though this did not change, you will want to update it. And the best thing to do is just go there and subscribe. And there's a button on the right-hand column that says, don't miss a post or something like that. And that's where you subscribe. So, oh, well, happy birthday, Daphne. I didn't know it was your birthday. I don't know why I didn't know that. Yeah, you're one of my team members too. I should know that. And Janine is, yeah, welcome everybody. Okay, all right, let's get started. So yeah, my blog is updated. This is my store where you can shop. And of course, this is my tutorial glue stands kits shop. So I have a few links going on here. Oh, Southern Alberta, that's not too far from us in North Dakota, is it, Janet? Yeah. Okay. Get going here. Let's start with the inventory status report. And here we are. You know what? I had, oh, there it says right there. Trina is our door prize winner. I usually cut that off and do it separately. But, well, congratulations, Trina. She won the door prize for last week's video for commenting or sharing. And it is a free tutorial from my shop right here. So Trina, you're welcome to pick something, a tutorial from my shop. I just added 2 new ones today. So yeah, congratulations, Trina. Thank you so much for watching regularly and for commenting and winning a door prize. All right, the inventory status report is a little long. We don't have any stamp sets this time, but there are quite a few dies, a few inks, refill, and embellishments, and then some designer paper. We got rid of some on the list, and we only have 1 designer paper, some ephemera, memories and more cards, and silver foil. So that is the inventory status report. They just announced a new paper pumpkin sale coming up on December 1st. And there's quite a good discount for the 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month prepaid subscriptions. So that's really exciting. That's a great time to get in on that. And that is also in December when we start our product of the month. And I believe it was $75 order, and you can get the product of the month for like $5. It's in lieu of Celebration, which did discontinue. It was decreasing in its popularity and getting a little predictable after many, many years. So now they're going to product of the month. So a new product every month that we, demonstrators and customers, can earn with a qualifying order. So that's exciting. And they say that the first one is going to be awesome in December. So that's something coming up. Let's see, move these out of the way. I do have a free PDF tutorial with the Peaceful Garden Suite for any qualifying, not even qualifying. You could spend $5 and you're going to get this from me in November. So yeah, that is my free tutorial of the month for online orders. And then I do still have quite a few mystery grab boxes ready to go. They are packaged up and waiting for a purchase. So with any $25 online order, I will send you a mystery box full of products, Stampin' Up! Products, almost all from the last year. I saved mine up for a year just for this. So it's valued at over $200. You get it free. Shipping is free from me to you once you spend $125 purchase. So reserve or get that going soon, because once they're gone, they're gone. I only do this once a year. I save it up for a year and de-stash my stash. Okay, so yeah, don't forget to grab that mystery box while you can. All right, so we're going to focus on a few individual products. I'm not going to do a suite today. Well, I'm just going to pull out the products. Just want to be sure I'm not forgetting anything on my list. Yeah, okay. So we are going to use the Delicate Framing stamp set, and this is the new packaging. If you haven't watched me for a few weeks, this is how the new stamps are going to come from now on. Of course, I have some taken out of this set, but this is really pretty greetings, great font. So I decided to feature this, and also this Creative Haven dies. So that is a set of dies with little dies that you can use to create tags, or slots. So 4 things. So this is the new set of dies. So these are the 2 products I'm featuring today, along with a few other products, of course. So these are larger than our stamp cases. How it works is all new products starting from November will have this packaging. Now, current products from the annual catalog, the holiday catalog, and online exclusives, if the stamp set started out in a case, they will continue to be purchased as a case. When they change and run out of the cases, they will revert to this packaging for stamps. And it's the same with our dies. When they run out of the current packaging in that set of dies, they will revert to this packaging. So you kind of don't know what you're going to get. However, the numbers are changing from what they were when they switched to the new packaging. So it's going to be a little confusing this year for a little while. Yeah, a little bit not so great, but we'll work through it. We can handle it, right? Okay, all right, so my first card. Which one to do first? I think I'll do this one. So this is a card featuring the, let's see, Arches. Oh, that's not it. The Everyday Arches dies, which are these 2 layers, and the textured notes, along with, of course, the Delicate Framing stamp set. So I have a different kind of technique to stamp this here for you that I'm going to show you. So it's also an easel card. So a little bit of gold. This is Lost Lagoon with white. All right, so let's set that over here and get my pieces out. So, you know, I do a lot of things ahead of time just to save time, because I like to show you more products rather than you watch me die cut things. You can see that one of my dies I cut out from the layer. You don't know that, do you? You can't tell. All right, there's my inside dies, and this is a Post-it note. Okay, here we go. We're going to be stamping with this Post-it note, and you wouldn't have to do this because I ended up, my original plan was to stamp this image repeatedly and then just stamp my greeting in the inside. Remove this and stamp, but I just couldn't do it. It was too flat. I like layers and I like dimensionals. So yeah, good morning everybody. Thank you for joining me. So anyway, I ended up using the Post-it note, but I am going to make sure the end of this is on the Post-it note and just peeking out. Oh, well that didn't work. What happened there? Well, I'll fix that somehow. I wonder if I didn't press hard enough. Well, actually it doesn't look that bad. Do one there. And you can see that my ends are staying on the Post-it note. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. I think that'll be okay. And then you can remove it. So that was my original plan, to stamp in that square. But it was a little bit, I didn't really like the edges where between the Post-it note layer and the cardstock, it left kind of a fuzzy edge. So I didn't really care for that. So I changed my tune and changed my whole way of my card. So I'm going to finish with the stamping before I move on to assembly. I'm going to change up the greetings. So very thankful. And that is interesting. Am I using Pretty Peacock? I am using Pretty Peacock. Darn it. That's for my next card. I wanted to use Lost Lagoon, but it'll be fine. That's too bad. Okay, so that layer, this layer, oh, my greeting. Okay, I'm gonna stamp. We'll just continue with the Lost Lagoon. Okay, now what I could have done, but I couldn't because I didn't want, anyway. Would have the greeting, so I couldn't do that. But, well, that was a surprise. I should have known that was dark gray. Oh, wow. Okay, so now we will layer. Don't want to get too close to the edge here. Okay, and I'm going to get Lost Lagoon this time, and my sponge dauber. And I did not sponge, I can still sponge that even with the gold, because the gold will resist the ink more than the white does. So I wanted to do it beforehand, but I didn't. So, oh, and it's moving a little bit. So I'm trying to get just a little bit of color on that edge. And then I want to do it on the arch die cut too. Just something about adding, it almost looks like another layer when you add sponging. And I like to hold my sponge in the air when I do this because it gives a really sharp edge instead of a deep this part is long, 4 inches, and the standard score line is 5.5. So you take 5.5 and this is your second score line. So this is at 2 3/4, which is the halfway point between the 5.5 area. So that's how you do that. We will start assembly. So I'm kind of sticking with the Peacock, Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon theme for both of my cards today. And we'll grab some dimensionals and add that pretty gold layer. Oh, and I will be able to sneak in my other leaves. So this kind of covers that discrepancy in my stamping when I had the Post-it note on there. Okay, and then I can sneak in. So these pretty dies are from the Creative Haven dies. So they're not in here. They're actually over on my magnet. but that's where these are from. So, and you know, I usually would do glue, but sometimes if you get glue on foil, this is gold foil paper, it dulls it. So I am going to use, oh, these are those same stubborn mini glue dots I had last time I did a video. So I'm going to sneak that under and do the same with this one. Yeah, they don't want to release for some reason. And that'll cover up that little kind of a boo-boo that I did. Easel. So on this card, I did something, I don't know if it'll really matter, but I'm going to do it differently just to see. I popped up the entire layer on this one, and here I'm going to add my bottom layer flat, and the greeting, I don't think it really matters honestly, and the greeting, more in the center, popped up. You have to, in my opinion, you have to add your inside greeting with a dimensional so it catches. And yes, I do like that better because this one is catching underneath. I mean, it's really personal preference. Do you see that? Where that layer goes, kind of slides underneath, and there's not a lot of difference between these two Lost Lagoon layers, where this one is on the bottom layer. I kind of like that better. So yeah, that is the card. And if you wanted to sign it, you would sign it up there. So it works. And then we will add some of these, let's see, adhesive back metallic gems. I'll take my pick tool, take your pick tool, and add some gold. There's copper, gold, and silver on this one. So we'll do one up there. I'm going to lay it flat so I can press. And do dies I'm going to use are the perennial postage dies, the largest one for this card. Okay, get my pieces out and show you this card. I'm going to show you a technique with, I brought it in here. Okay, what is the cap? What I use for this card. All right, so we'll set my layers aside, and so I had to cut a lot of these. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that press and seal. We talked about this in another video. Somebody mentioned doing this. So I am going to, let's see, it doesn't really matter where you start. I'm going to place this in the center, and I want to do that centerpiece. Okay, and just keep going and creating. And I kind of want it somewhat tight. So this is, it's a hair, trying to do everything under. and in place while I'm working. Okay, so I debated on doing some of this ahead of time so you wouldn't have to watch me kind of struggle. We're gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna run out of these. I thought I had enough. We'll make it work. And no, we're not gonna run out. This one, but it's kinda, I wonder if I should just use less. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use less on this one because I wanted alternating colors. Pretty Peacock with so I'm gonna spread too easy to do this technique with the press and seal. I'm pretty happy with that. So simply press and get it off of my white paper. Maybe I pressed a little too hard. There we go. You just want to get a little bit on each one, and I like to spread out my glue. I've mentioned this before. It prevents oozing. So if you have trouble with your glue showing after you use liquid glue, try and not do dots of glue. Do like smears, like lines or something of the glue, and you will have a better experience. Okay, unstick myself and find the center. This is where it gets a little bit hairy. I'm going to straighten this out. Through this and let go. So I'm going to press mostly where the glue is here. And while I'm waiting for that glue to dry, before I do that, I'm going to do some stamping. Okay, so side. And this time I will use the Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to do Simply the Best. This is one of the dies from the Creative where'd it go? I was sure it was in here. Yeah, it is. Isn't that funny? Do I not see it on the front? It must be this one, but that sure is. Yeah, that's odd. It's a lot more rounded than it shows on there. That's interesting. I didn't notice that before. Okay, there's that. The inside. This is how I did the inside. On this one, I'm going to do the thank you. This will be a thank you card for customer. I'm sorry that the sound is wacky. I wonder if my Wi-Fi is odd. Apologize for that. I turned my sound way up, so it should be okay, but I'm sorry if some people are having really, oh gosh, multiple people with bad audio. Wonder. Let me know if it gets better, because I don't like that to hear that. Okay, this is Lost Lagoon, and what I did was I had this strip of cardstock, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to cut a great big piece. I'm just going to add my pieces on the edge, and nobody but you and me know that it's not an entire strip that goes across. I do this a lot. I look in my bag of scraps, and I see, I just wanted to add a little bit of more Pretty Peacock, so it would kind of coordinate. I like to repeat my colors a few times. Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon. So yeah, and that's how your card can look cohesive when you eat your layers of glue. I just love these. This is one of the reasons I ordered this set of dies, is because of these two dies that are leafy, curvy. So now I can slowly release my, oh, that one didn't stick. My press and seal. Probably should be doing it the other way on this side. Wasn't that fun? And super easy to get things in place just where I wanted them. On this one, I forgot to add a twine bow on that last card, didn't I? I'll show you in a minute. If you just join me, this is my second card. And last. Add some dimensionals, and yes, I use my edges, of course. Okay, and this gets popped up over that. So we'll have to see which one. This one has a few, probably two less of the little leaves. And I have a bow, and I have some of these pearls. Now these are our iridescent basic jewels. I love these pearls because look how tiny they are. Very nice and tiny, which I prefer on my gems. And I decided to do some singles and some doubles and just a random amount. We'll do a triple over here. Don't know why. Oops. Yeah, one there and maybe a couple on here. Okay, and oh, look, this one looks lonely. Okay, and then finish with a bow, and this is our 1/4 inch white trim, and I believe it's in low inventory right now, but I love this ribbon. It's, I don't know what it just says 1/4 inch trim, but it's soft and it's kind of thin. It's something, I don't think we've ever had anything quite like this one before. So just make my ribbon ends be decent as I'm working. And by the way, we no longer carry paper snips. And the Creative Haven dies. So you can see why I forgot to add the bow on this one, twine bow. I might just leave it on this one. I don't know if it really needs it, but those are the cards for today. So like yeah, I haven't used the press and seal technique before. It's so easy. I will definitely remember that when I add multiple things and want to hold them in place. So yeah, I really enjoyed using that technique today. So all right, I want to share my kits to go with you. I have 2 more Christmas kits to go. I really debated on whether I was going to do more Christmas cards or something different. And I hadn't used the Christmas tags anymore. Ephemera. I don't know what the real name is, but it's in our holiday catalog. And a share of the 1/2-inch red ribbon. It's kind of an iridescent ribbon, very pretty. And the peppermint gems, which are here somewhere. I'll have to see, they got lost in the mix of cards. They'll probably show up here soon. But that's the first card, and this is the card I shared on last week's live. I had to do it for my kit to go. So that is the Triple Z Fold card. Then this is the other one I think I shared last week or maybe the week before, but this is a pillar card with a side panel. So there are 2 of each. You get everything pre-cut except your new designer paper. All the greeting layers are cut. And this is a mini fold where it's kind of a latch card. So you just simply layer that in there and it holds it closed. So I did trim off a little bit on the edge here just so this wouldn't stick out beyond the card. And then lastly, here's the peppermints. I knew they were there. And lastly is a Dutch door card. So all fun folds, all easy, pretty, and quick. And these are gonna go out. Oh, I'm so sorry that my voice is cutting out, but these are gonna go out before Thanksgiving. So be sure to go to flowerbugshop.com. It's already there and ready to go. So I apologize for the sound if you can even hear me. I'm very sorry. Yeah, so that's the first kit to go. And I have one more. And it also includes the peppermint gems. But this one is a former paper pumpkin kit. And they're so pretty. And there are 12 cards on this one. So there's these. And they open like this. So yeah, and then you can kind of latch them. And here is the other one. So plus these pretty envelopes. So those are my 2 kits to go that you can purchase on my shop, flowerbugshop.com. So thank you for watching me today. I'm so sorry about the sound. I hope it comes across better in the follow-up watch.